Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just going to dive into Bitcoin, big up the CoinsKid cruise. So this trade here got completely wrong on the DXY. It's coming down like this. I expect a little breakout, falling wedge, and at least we traced where you formed this wedge. But right now, this is rolling. It has eventually got to the target, so this is amazing that we've eventually got to this target. And I remember at the time when we were breaking down here and started to turn this into resistance, this massive broadening descending wedge, which is a bearish pattern. I remember this, telling people and family and friends, this is a good time for crypto. But immediately, as this broke down, it actually wasn't, because we've seen a massive dump for Bitcoin. Personally, I think that could have been some kind of black swan, FTX fallout right there. It could have been a black swan, and I think the bottom could have been in June last year, but that's a different story, and it could be the reason why we're seeing such a strong recovery in crypto right now, hopefully with a continuation. But what we're doing right now, we've turned this into resistance. We've come down and met the technical target, because like I said to you, technical targets are technical targets. The pattern is at play until invalidated away, it's something I've always said. So this was a validated pattern. We've met the technical target. So right now, what's happening? This has come down to the support that was anticipating it to come down to. What's going to happen here? Are we going to bounce? Are we going to start to come back up and retrace and take out that high? We've come down, met the technical target of a bearish pattern, big corrective pattern coming down. That's it. Are we taking off into space, and crypto and risk on assets are going to roll right there? Possibly, but if we do start to pick up here under this resistance, start to come back up, we do need to see some things on the DXY for me to remain bullish about crypto. Okay, at the minute we're seeing beautiful reactions on crypto, but I want to see this breaking down. We are breaking down. We can't avoid that. Like I said to you, the chart is breaking down with loss of 55, so we're now in a downtrend on the weekly. This is really positive for crypto. Okay, we need to see the continuation of this. We don't need to see this coming up, taking out these EMAs. If it does, that's bearish. I think you'll look at new lows potentially for Bitcoin and crypto right there. Okay, but at the minute we have to pay attention to what the charts are doing, and this is coming down. So if we consistently turn all this into resistance, we're coming down, and I think we're going to get our death cross, the absolute golden signal we're looking for right there on the 20 in the 55 EMA, which we got in 2020. Remember that really well. Look at that. Boom. That was a massive impulse from 2020 into 2021. Fantastic time for crypto. Okay, and just 2017 into the later part of 2017, early 2018, we just seen a massive run in crypto, and it was confirmed by the death cross that we got mid-year 2017. So if we put the same signal in, then I'm a little bit more biased towards the fact that 2020 could be a really, really good time, and this is just something I've been anticipating on the channel for a very long time as well. Okay, that we're sort of in this cycle, and we've got this 1 year pulse, 1 year corrective, 1 year impulse on Bitcoin. So, let's dive into the Bitcoin chart right now. But what we need to see going forward is a continual breakdown of a DXY, failure to get back above its EMAs. I think we're looking good. Okay, and once we get that def cross here on the 20 and the 55, the yellow line and the red line on the weekly, I think we've got a confirmed bull, got a confirmed impulsive move whenever it happens. Okay, so anyway, let's jump into the Bitcoin chart. So looking at Bitcoin on the daily, we've got the breakout, and like I said to you, I do think we might potentially form some kind of ascending triangle here. There is a bit of a wave forward that's kicking off right now, potential ABC correction in there, some kind of irregular correction at the moment. I'm going to go through this with you. To see the waves, you need to zoom in more, and I'm going to do this for you. Okay, so what we've got here is a beautiful Adam and Eve bottom, broken out, ran into the green line, fell back to its support, fantastic entry point, and right now we're consolidating in a range, looking for the continuation. I think in 2020, like I said to you, we consolidated on a 10 EMA, holding its support, creating a ascending triangle, and when we broke, we never looked back. So this is a potential scenario right now, okay? But obviously, we need to see the DXY continually coming down. Just there, if we do start to break down and turn the 55 into resistance again, I think that's a very bearish statement at this point for Bitcoin. And at that point, you just got to drop your fibs on from the high, wherever it is, and look at retracement to the low, and you're coming down basically. But we're not doing it yet, so we have to pay attention to what the charts are telling us. The charts are telling us we've got a beautiful Adam and Eve bottom, we're breaking out, we're breaking key resistances, we're consolidating a range, and then potential bullish ascending triangle, which we've seen in 2020, I've gone through this with you, and we've seen in 2019 as well, before breaking and continuation. So, I wish I could tell you 100% what Bitcoin's going to do, but I can't. No one can. No one's got a crystal ball, okay? So looking at Bitcoin here on a daily, I'm going to zoom in on the hourly time frame in a moment, but I think what we've got is a clear 1, 2, this is a 3, and I think right now we began a 4 just there, and we've got some kind of irregular correction in here. that potentially some kind of ascending triangle. I'm going to show you this, what I'm looking at, okay? And what we've done, we've sort of wicked to high, but we've not got the close. You see the close above that 23916 on the daily. So we've wicked above, and everyone's getting really bullish and long in there. But I think potentially what we've got is some kind of retracement, a higher low just there, an ascending triangle, wave 4 correction before going again, and putting a final fifth wave of this massive potential impulsive wave 1. So this final wave of this potential wave 1 here, if it starts to break up and takes it out, I think you're confirming your bottom basically, and these are the confirmation signals that we're looking for, that the wave 1 that breaks out here is going to confirm your bottom for Bitcoin, okay? And obviously we need to see the inverse correlation with the DXY breaking down. So if we start to zoom in, I think we've got a 1, 2, 3, and then we're in a 4 right now with a final fifth wave, and that will complete a 1, okay? So it's, at that point we'll look at some kind of big correction coming back, holding the key level support. Technically it could hold this side, we'll look at that in a minute, but then goes again, okay? And that wave there, that's going to be a massive powerful wave 3 after a big wave 2 correction, some kind of ABC or something like that, okay? So we've got to see the follow through, and this is something I keep conveying to you. We need to see the follow through. We're getting a breakout, falling back to support, we're holding the EMAs on the weekly and the daily, we're looking really good. We need to see the break above 55 on the weekly, which is this green line. We need to see the close above the monthly 10 EMA as well, which would be really, really positive for the crypto markets right here. Obviously we need to see the breakdown on DXY. So if we zoom in on the hourly time frame, so looking at Bitcoin on the hourly time frame, I think always zoom in if you want to see more waves. 15-minute, 1 hour is fantastic. The more you zoom out, the more you don't see these waves, okay, because you're in sort of this macro move. So you want to look for the micro moves, and right here I think personally what we've got is a potential wave 5, okay, the end of an impulsive move of a wave 3. Stop just there on that, dead on that resistance that we hit in 2020, okay? And right now I think the potentially quite an ascending triangle on the daily time frame, holding that 10 EMA and a 20 EMA most importantly, okay? Breakdown below this support right now, I think it's really, really bearish, and losing the 55 EMA, like I said to you. So at a minute, I think that what we could be in right now is a wave 4 correction where we've got this A, this potential B, which has broken this ice, called an irregular correction, and then boom, we're in a C wave coming back to that ascending level support, okay? And what we've got is this irregular correction. So within the A wave, you do usually see 5 waves. You've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And then in the C wave, you do usually see 3 waves. So we've got an A, a B, and a big C. Boom, job done. So theoretically we should see another 5 waves and a C wave coming back to support, to hold support, to break, okay? So if we are in a C wave, you'll see something like that, like a 1, a 2, a big 3, 4, and then a 5 back down to this support, okay? This ascending level support. Take that out, and take this low, you're in a larger C wave that would have to hold support and come back up into this pattern. But I think we could be in, like I said to you, massive ascending triangle here, doing something like this, consolidating in a range where this is the bottom, this is a 1, this is a 2, and then this is a 3, breaks the resistance, and boom, we're up there. And this from this low here, this potential ending C wave could be the final fifth wave up, okay, of a potential impulsive wave 1 off the lows with a corrective wave 2 after that. But at that point I think you're confirming your bottom on Bitcoin, okay, in this potential wave 1, which is all loading, which is a macro move basically. So there's a possibility right now that what I've done, for me personally, I'll look for a little retracement here back up to the high. If we start to roll at that point, I will open a short on Bybit to come all the way back down to this trend line, and I'll close it on that, okay? So I'm going to keep you updated as best as I can. I think at the moment the local high of the potential B wave is this wick top just there, okay? So this will be invalidated. This potential play of a C wave, which we are potentially in right now, will be invalidated if we start to see Bitcoin come up and take out that high. You really are taking off here, and you've got your correction in here somewhere, and potentially the wave 3's not done yet. So this is how it's really difficult to determine, okay? There's no guarantees, but this is a potential scenario. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got an ABC, and right now we're loading a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back down to this neckline. This would make a lot of sense for me because this is the exact pattern that we've seen in 2020 and 2019, okay, before breaking and confirming the bull just there for Bitcoin, okay? So it's something I'm anticipating that from this point right now, if we bounce off the 10 EMA and start to come back up, we'll look at some kind of retracement to the B high, and then we'll roll again away 3. So if this does come back up into this resistance, potentially 23916, and it's some kind of retracement back up before another drop, we could have a massive short around about 4.2%, on Bybit or BitGet or Prime XBT. It's entirely up to you. Again, always use stop losses. Don't be a degen. Don't over leverage. And, I try and find the ways for you on a daily basis and ways in which you can ride the waves and make money. So in theory, if this is the case, then we will see a pullback, potentially a larger pullback on altcoins. Because remember, Bitcoin moves slower to the altcoins, okay? They really do go up violently and retrace violently. This is why you see, if Bitcoin corrects 5%, XRP or chain link or something like that will correct 10%. You know, it's always double because they move much more quicker, because they can move quicker because the market caps are not as big. So anyway, different story. But right now, this is a potential play. To invalidate this potential C wave which we're in right now, then we have to see ourselves come up and take out that high just there, which will negate this potential scenario that I'm looking at. So I'm looking at the fact that we're in some kind of C wave right now, coming back to this center level support, get some support down there, create a W double bottom pattern or reversal pattern down there, and I think you've got an irregular A, B, C wave for correction before another impulsive move up, and let's say as a thought experiment we do come down there. I can't exactly tell you exactly where we're going to go to, but when we do come down there, we could potentially say, okay, we're going to sort of bottom out down there around about the 4th of February on the wave C, and if we do start to come back up as a thought experiment, that's the impulsive move that gets us to this green line and beyond. Okay, the 1618 just there, around about 25064. It's a possibility. So right now I'm not necessarily looking to long this position. I would look for a retracement back into resistance. If we get it and start to roll through the EMAs, taking them out, then I would open a short and put my stop loss on the previous swing high. And it's just riding the waves, trying to find opportunity. So this is what I'm looking at. The fact that that's an ending wave 5, just there, look, and we've been in this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which made a low, which was the A wave. We've come up in an ABC, which is a B wave, made a higher high, got everyone bullish, and right now we're coming back in a potential C wave like this. Okay, so there's some kind of irregular correction. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which doesn't lose a low, which is this A wave. So this would be the ascending level support, and then C wave, boom, see you later. Hope you enjoyed that update. Remember, you can trade all this, you can go long, you can go short on Bybit with amazing sign up bonuses. Don't be a degen, don't go in with lifesaverings, and don't over leverage. Take care everyone, back to another update on Bitcoin. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.